The past week has been busy for leaders of the country and the states as President Biden made his way to Pittsburgh and National Guard members made their way to local hospitals. 7 News anchor Stephanie Grinley brings us the major headlines from the past week.
A bridge collapse in Pittsburgh sent EMS crews rushing to Frick Park early Friday morning. The Forbes Avenue Bridge collapsed with a bus and multiple cars on it. Police Fire Chief Daryl Jones said 3 of those 10 injured people were transported to the hospital. Crews are investigating the cause of the collapse.
Just the thought of the bridge collapsing is a very scary prospect. I cross that bridge all the time.
President Joe Biden was made aware of the bridge collapse as he made his way to Pittsburgh Friday to, ironically, talk infrastructure of the Steel City. The president arrived at Carnegie Mellon University Friday afternoon, where he talked about strengthening the nation's supply chains and creating good-paying union jobs through the bipartisan infrastructure law. And back in the Mountain State, through mid-March, you'll see Army Green at WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital and Reynolds Memorial Hospital as National Guard members have responded to the pandemic's front lines. Governor Jim Justice issued out the help as hospitals battle staffing shortages.
Every single emergency room filled. We had over 40 people in the waiting room.
Harrison says just last week, over 50 Wheeling Hospital employees were out sick with COVID. And an interview you'll see only on 7 News, the state coroner's office declared the death of recovered bodies Joni Davis and Brian Goff undetermined, a word that rules out foul play. But that is not sitting well with the family, who says murder-suicide doesn't fit Brian's love for Joni. In an accident, while they say Brian would have never driven his vintage car on that pothole-ridden road. But if the car was placed there, it is only up for speculation. The family is now planning a memorial service, and the case is now closed.
I have the closure of knowing where she is now and having her back, but not knowing how the car ended up in the river or what happened to them before it ended up in the river, it just eats me alive.
A little delayed due to catching COVID, but a speech finished with a standing ovation. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice delivered his 6th State of the State address in Charleston Thursday night, where his hour-long speech praised the state for setting records in revenue growth. The governor also cited the recent arrival of Nucor Steel and Green Power, bringing them more than 1,000 initial jobs.
We're a diamond in the rough that absolutely can do all kinds of greatness. I believe in our people beyond belief.
And on the coattails of a tweet made by Bette Midler calling West Virginia poor, illiterate, and strung out, Justice concluded his 2022 State of the State address by raising baby dog in the air and proclaiming "Kiss her, Heine." This has since become a meme. And for all your latest headlines, head over to our website, WTRF.com. I'm Stephanie Grinley, working for you.
Thanks, Stephanie. And as you just heard, we have more on all those stories on our website. Again, that is WTRF.com.